Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. It's Mary Jo from Mary Jo's Creations. Ooh, let me bring you down just a bit. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. There you go. Hey, what's up, guys? So, I was working on this the last time you saw me, and now I'm gonna keep working. I just tied on the black, so I have to do 3 rows of black on each panel because I'm going to be working, since I have to cut the yarn off, like I had said in the last video, I'm going to keep working both panels, so that way when I'm finished with that yarn, I can move on to the next yarn and not have to, I can just move on to the next yarn and not have to worry about it, because both sides will be done. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. If you know me, you know I'm a hot mess. But welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, uh, thank you for stopping by. If you've watched me before, what's up, guys? Um, it'd be nice if somebody left some comments down in the comment section, but you know, try to be nice. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about the things I want to make uh this month. I Like I've said in my last videos, I just started um I'm trying to get a website up just to put some of the few things that I make up on there. I have quite a few things if you watch the channel or if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I do have some bags, some hats. I have quite a few hats that I made. Um, the only thing right now is that I ran out of tags. So I have to order some more tags. And I hopefully should be doing that sometime soon. That's why I'm going to most likely, I got a little sidetracked and I wasn't feeling well, but I'm trying to, I wanted to get the website up by September, the end of September. Um, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. I mean, I guess I can put it up with the stuff that I have that's tagged, but that's not a lot of stuff. I do have a lot of stuff. I have at least maybe like 20 hats um that are finished that don't have tags. I have maybe like 2 bags that I made that are finished that I don't have tags for. I ran out of tags, so I might postpone the drop or the opening of the website till like October, maybe the first week of October, depending on how fast I can get the tags. But yeah, I'll be make sure that I'll be, announcing it or posting it on my Facebook and YouTube page. I mean, Instagram when that happens. But sorry, my throat is still a little wonky from my allergies. But I believe I said in one of my videos that I also was waiting to put up the stuff because there's a few things that I want to see if I can reprice and price them a little bit lower than what they are right now because I price my items by I price my items with two factors in mind. One is the time it takes me to make it, and two is the yarns that I use, whatever materials I use. So, for example, um, my Granny Square market bags, I I always price by time, so I charge $15 an hour. So if it takes me 4 hours to make it, I times 4 hours by $15 an hour. And then if it takes me, let's say, two skeins of yarn of Lily Sugar and Cream, then I add the price of the yarn to the amount for the time, and I try to leave it like that. Maybe I might round it off a little bit, um, but I know some people they do, what do you call that? An extra like 10 or percent or 15% of what the total cost is. I don't do that. I try to be, fair and reasonable. I want to be paid, like I want to price my items accordingly, so where, I'm getting the price that I deserve, but I'm also not trying to overprice anything. I do take my time to make everything by hand. Um all of it. So, especially since I I don't work all the time. I can't work the entire day. I maybe work for 4 to 6 hours throughout the entire day because it's just too much for me with my fibromyalgia. But I try to do as much as I can within the time that I have and try to make as much as I can. And I am pretty fast. So since the when I first started pricing my stuff, it was when I was first like really making things. I wasn't as fast as I am now. And, you know, I want to recreate at least one of each thing that I have ready to sell. That was priced before that, so I can price now and see if I can bring that price down a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot. I mean, just as much as I can. I want to see if the time is the same or if the time that it takes me to make the items are different and then go accordingly. So I there are a few items that I want to recreate, which is um let me see. There's the Granny Square market bags. Um I really like, if I can price out the medium, I should be able to have a good idea of how much the other ones are because I will be making a small and a medium. But the large and the extra large, which I do have up on my Etsy, those are, I, in my opinion, they're huge. Even the large is like big, and they're good if it's like summertime, like to take to the lake or to the beach or something like that, where it's like, you could put beach towels or books and even toys, like balls and, you know, buckets and stuff like that for kids to play with. But they do take quite a bit to make, and for right now, if one of them does happen to sell, then I'll make another one, but I don't think that, unless they're popular and someone really wants one, I'll make another one, but at the moment, I think it's good to just stick to the small and the medium. So I want to make a small and a medium. And then I also want to make at least one more book sleeve or two book sleeves to add to the ones that are already made. And I have two small bags that are more like pouches. One is for a like cell phones. If you like have a cell phone, if you want to just carry your cell phone and your wallet with you, and you don't want to have like a big bag or purse or anything like that, I have a really cute design that I made for cell phone, to put your cell phone in, and a wallet or something else. My friend asked me to make it for her because she has two cell phones, a personal phone and a work phone, and she wanted something that she can use every day for work, where if she had to step out and just didn't want to take a bag, it's just like it has a long strap that you can just like put it over, and um like across your body. I don't think it would be considered a crossbody bag because it's just like it's a crossbody strap. But it's like big enough to, it looks kind of like an envelope. It has different slots. It actually has three slots, and you can fit basically two cell phones and a wallet. And I made one for her. I want to remake that one, at least two of them, to put them up. And I also want to make this little envelope bag that's cute if you're just going out and you just want, something to put your cell phone, your wallet, that looks like it's really cute. It looks like a little envelope. Um, I don't know if I showed y'all that. I don't know. I don't think I ever did the video of the stuff that I made to sell. So I might make that video this week for you and show you what I have. Like all the book sleeves, the two little bags. I did do a really cute, I made one just to see if I liked how it looked, and if I liked making it, and I have that one for me. I will be trying to make two of those. It's like the ones with the granny squares, where it's three nice size granny squares and then you close them up and you sew them together. I made one of those and I really liked it. I just haven't made another one yet because, you know, I'm crazy and I want to do five things at once. I currently have like six whips going. Oh no, it's been cut down, I think, because I did finish one poncho. Um, well, technically, I think that one was included. So I finished two ponchos. I think that one was included with the whips that I was counting. But I have two ponchos that I finished. And I'm working on a third poncho right now in a different yarn altogether and a different stitch. So it's like the first one I made using a granny stitch and a V-stitch. And I made two of those. I made one, I took pictures of it. I did put a little short on here, and I did get it up on my Instagram and my YouTube and my Facebook. So I think you've seen that one. If you didn't, you should go look at it. It's really pretty. But I finished another one, and I think I like this one even more. The yarn was a little bit thinner, even though they were both 4 weights. And it came out a little bit more flowy, and I think it looks beautiful. I'll be taking pictures and putting that up soon as well. Um, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get that up soon. And I have at least one, two, wait, that. I think I have two more projects in my room, so that's like three projects there. And I have this going, which is um four. And then I have this baby bucket hat that I have to finish. So yeah, six. I had seven, now I'm down to five. So not bad. Um, I have a very bad habit of, if I get a new thing I want to make in my head or something that I want to start, if I have an idea, I'll if it's that strong, I'll just start it and I'll write down what I started, and that I've learned. I write down what I started and the hook size and all that. So, I move from project to project, and it's just crazy, but that's how I work. So I normally have at minimum three projects going all the time. Um, I also do projects in like two different places in the house. Um, oh, I have a baby blanket that I should be making, but I haven't been feeling well, and I've been spending most of my time in my room, and when I work in my room, I only make projects that are for me. Um because I do smoke, and I smoke in my room because I don't want that smell getting on anything. Um, so when I'm in my room, I do my projects, and then when I come out here, I make sure that, I wash my hands and everything. And anyway, um, I have my projects, I work in my room, and mainly I do that there when, you know, it's late or it's in the morning early and I don't feel like really coming out yet because it takes me a while with my pain to be able to come and sit out here. So I try to have different spaces for different things. And when I come out here and I'm in my workroom, I do all the stuff that is going to be, sold. And if it's like blankets or something that's really, really big that I can't like have on my lap if I'm here, or, even in my room, I work in the living room, especially when it's blankets, because they get so big and heavy. So I like sitting on the couch. But I do have quite a few projects going. So it's been good. I did it again, and I was doing so good. I was almost done with my second round. All right, well, at least it's not that bad. It's only two corners that I have to completely take apart. Isn't that awesome? But I completely forgot what I was saying. I hate when that happens. But I mean, it's 4 and I could have left it and it would have been okay because it would have still been structurally sound. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be flimsy on the corner, but I don't know. I can't. I have like issues with that. And if I won't leave it for something that I'm making for myself, I'm definitely not going to leave it on something that I am willing to sell, you know? So that's all right. It was like what, almost 20 minutes of work? But um oh, like I was saying, like I do have quite a few projects going on right now, but in my workroom, I only really have like two projects, which is this hexie and that hat. Uh, I want to finish this hexie, at least the panels. I would like to finish it today, but I don't think that that's going to happen, especially if I keep on making mistakes where I have to rip shit back. Like, what the fuck? Um, so I have in here only two projects going. That rim shouldn't take me more than, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe to do the brim on that hat. I might do that tomorrow or maybe later. I don't know. What I really want to do is get these two panels, at least the 3 rows of black on both of these panels, both of these sleeves. If I could get that, I would be happy. What I would like to do is get, hopefully, these 3 rows of black on both of these sleeves and 3 rows of the light gray on both of the sleeves. If I could do that now, that would be great because then that means that, the sleeves are more than halfway done. I believe I said I'm either going to do 18 or 20. It depends, again, on the measurements. And I've made these in so many different types of yarn already that the rows the rows vary depending on the yarn and the hook size, but like that was a mistake that I made on one of the cardies that I did. I accidentally made it with a 5.5 instead of 6. I normally use a 6 for my cardies. Um I just like the I don't know, the way it looks better when it's in a 6 than when it's in a 5 and or a 5.5, and it does work up a little bit faster. So, but even if you're using 4-weight yarn, if you're using different brands, they come out in different sizes. So, it I might have one cardie that's 18 rows, and one cardi that's, I think I have one that's 22 rows or 21 rows or something like that. And they're almost the same size. Because of the yarn. No, one is 16 rows and one is 18 rows, but one of them is made with a 3-weight yarn and one is made with a 4-weight yarn. So it all depends. Like the yarn, it depends, you know. So I'm just going to see how many rows, but I know that at minimum I'm going to need 18 rows, rounds. So I'm going to try and get as much of this one done as possible because, like I was saying before, I do want to recreate some of those items. That's what I was talking about before. Uh, and before I do that, though, I would like to get some cardis done. And I have 4 of them in mind. I have 4 that I want to do. And I was hoping that between this weekend and sometime next week, hopefully before Friday, I could at least have all the sleeves done for all the cardigans that I want to make. And there's 4. And they're all in like fall or Halloween colors. I mean, this one, I've been dying to make one of these. I think I'm gonna, if it comes out good, I'm gonna make one for myself if I have enough yarn. Um, because this is Big Twist, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to get Big Twist again. But I like Big Twist yarn because it's not as, it's a little bit lighter than the Michaels yarn. The Michaels yarn is a little bit thicker. So like, if I, with this one, if this one comes out good, if I make this one where I use like, let's say I put 21 rounds in it, I'm sure that if I make it in loops and threads, it won't need as many rounds. Because it's like the poncho that I just made that, I needed, I think I used like 5 less rows. I had to increase the other one by, I think, 5 or 6 rows to get it to the same length as the one that I made in loops and threads. So that's what I was, talking about. It depends on the yarn. It always depends on the yarn. And if I do have, I mean, hopefully Michaels will have it. And hopefully one day I can find a way to get to a Michaels. The nearest Michaels, the Michaels closest to me is about 20-minute drive, and I don't drive anymore. So if I can get somebody to take me or, find a way to get there. I know I had seen in some videos that some Michaels did have Big Twist, but hopefully I'll have enough left over. Maybe not to make it exactly like this. I might have to, if I have more of one yarn than the other, then, I'll have to make the rounds a little bit different. But I'm really liking the way this is coming out, and I'm hoping that I'll have enough yarn to make one for myself. But this is the only one that's like really just in black and grays. Everything else is going to have like fall Halloweeny colors. I want to make one in like green with green and different shades of green and like a maroon and a burnt orange. And I have some yarn that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it's like greens, orange, purple, and I think it's like two greens, two oranges, and a purple and a black. So I was thinking of doing one in green, orange, and purple, and one in green, orange, and black. And so we're going to see how that works out. And I think that what I'm going to do is at least make the sleeves for two cardigans, and then, sew them together and put the sleeves on. I mean, sew the sleeves together and put the extensions on in the back. Or I might just make all four sleeves and then do that. And then once I have those done, which hopefully, like I said, I mean, if I feel good and and you know, I'm not in a lot of pain, I should be able to knock out at least a pair of sleeves, I don't know, in 2 days. I don't know, maybe less. Again, it all depends on how much pain I'm in. I wish I could crochet all day long, like, consecutively and consistently, like sit here for like 4 or 5 hours and just crochet. But unfortunately, I can't do that. So it's a good thing that I do crochet rather fast, because I can get a lot done in like an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like within an hour and a half, I should be able to do both these sleeves. Or at the most, like 2 hours. I should be able to get 3 rounds on each. And if I could do that, then, you know, I can have both sleeves done in a couple of hours. Uh, I normally I'll crochet for about an hour and a half. Maybe if I'm not feeling too bad, 2 hours. And then I have to take a break. And this chair isn't the most comfortable chair in the world. So sometimes it depends, maybe a little less than that. But I at least want to get the 3 rounds done on this one and start on that one. Now, I've been crocheting for about 35 minutes, and I did have to frog. So I did lose that time. But I'm almost done with the second round of black on this panel. So Okay, so I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to continue doing this. And I might film it, but this video is a little bit long, so I'm going to finish it up here. And I will catch you guys next time. Like I said, I'll keep filming once I'm off, and then I'll keep you updated on the progress. But hopefully we'll have this done very soon. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.